Hey guys, it's Sarah and I'm here to do a tag video today. This is a video that I actually did last summer as well, and I've seen a few people doing it lately, so I thought it'd be fun to kind of revisit it and do it again and see how things are going for me this year. So this is the mid-year book freakout tag. So you're basically kind of revisiting what you've read this year and then looking on for the rest of the year and kind of what you need to do. Question number one is your favorite read so far this year. And so far this year, my favorite read has been You by Caroline Kepnes. This book is just so very different and it's very dark, and it comes from the perspective that I've never read from before, which is a stalker. It's about a man named Joe who is a stalker, and he stalks multiple people, and you see him doing this. You're in his head. It's told from his perspective, so you're understanding what's going on in his head and what he's doing and why he's doing it. And it's, like I said, very dark and gritty, and it just really captivated me. I could not put this down. I think I read this in 2 days, and it was just, it kind of blew my mind. Question number two is your favorite sequel that came out this year, and for me that was A Court of Mist and Fury by Sarah J. Maas. I just recently finished this book and I absolutely loved it, and I was nervous about it because the first one was good for me, but it wasn't amazing. I didn't absolutely love it, and I was a little bit nervous going into this one. I wasn't sure how it was all going to pan out, and it actually still took me a little over 200 pages to really be enthralled in it, but once that hit, I could not put it down. I completely flew through the rest of it, and it was so incredibly good, and it took turns that I was not expecting at all, and I was just so super happy with the rest of the book. And then it ended, and I was really upset because now I really want book 3. So I know she's currently writing it. But yeah, so that has definitely been my favorite sequel, and I'm really happy that it was as good as it was, because compared to the first one, like, it was so much better. Question number 3 is 2016 releases you have not read yet. So I'm only going to talk about the ones that I talked about in my most anticipated that I actually own. There's only 3 of them. So the first one is Truth Witch by Susan Dennard. I have not read this book yet, even though I really want to. This came out in January, and I've heard really, really good things about it. So hopefully sometime soon I'll read this. The other release that has come out already that I have not read yet, but I own it, is called, I have to look, Runaway Vampire, and that's by Lindsay Sands. This is part of the Argento Vampire series that I'm completely obsessed with, and I actually still need to read the book that comes before that, which came out last year, and that's called About a Vampire, so I need to read both of those in order to catch up. So even though About a Vampire is not technically a 2016 release, but I still need to read it because it's next in the series and you kind of need to go in order. So yeah, need to get to those. Question number 4 is your most anticipated book that still hasn't come out yet, and that for me is going to be Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas. I am behind on the series as well. I still need to read Heir of Fire, and I need to read Queen of Shadows, and then I could read Empire of Storms, although I will be waiting for paperback for that one because that's what I'm collecting. But this is still definitely my most anticipated because I absolutely love the Throne of Glass series, and I need to get my act together though. Question number 5 is the biggest surprise, and that's actually a book that I finished reading today, like maybe 6 hours ago. I finished reading this, but that's A Monster's a Love Story by Liz Kay. I absolutely loved this book. This book was sent to me for review from the publisher, and I just wasn't quite sure how I was going to feel about it. I had just come off of a pretty disappointing review book, and then I picked this one up and was like, okay, let's give this a try and see. But I absolutely loved it. I was completely engrossed the entire time. I flew through this. It was so good. I will have a full review coming up here, I believe on Monday, so come back for that. But yeah, so this was definitely the biggest surprise. I wasn't sure how I was going to feel about it, but once I started, I was completely hooked in. I was really happy about it. Question number 6 is your biggest disappointment. This probably won't be a surprise to anybody, but it's Passenger by Alexandra Bracken. I ordered this book when it first came out, so I got it in January, and I was really super excited to read it, and I made sure that I read it quickly because there was all the hype around it, and I just didn't enjoy it. I really didn't. I gave it 3 stars. It was kind of generous. I could probably bump it down to 2, but I'm just going to leave it the way it is. But I just did not enjoy this book at all. For me, it was very juvenile. I did not like the insta-love that was in here. I thought it just didn't make very much sense. And I got halfway through the book and still nothing really big had happened. I still was like not really sure what was going to be happening or what the point of the whole story was. And halfway through a book, like, you should know what's happening by then, I feel. So I was pretty bored. The last half of the book was better. It definitely did pick up, but it still wasn't enough for me to like it. So yeah, biggest disappointment, most definitely. Question number 7 is a favorite new to you author. So an author you tried out this year and you've absolutely loved, and mine is Kiera Cass. I'm currently reading The Air. This is book number 4 in the selection series. I'm almost done. I will finish this tomorrow. But yeah, Kiera Cass, most definitely. She is not, okay, how do I say this nicely? It's not the best writing. The writing is pretty basic, but the stories are so good and just completely, like, it's kind of a guilty pleasure thing, the selection series is. It's just very fun. It's light, it's easy, it's brainless, it's just fun. Like, that's the best words I can use to describe them. They're not the best piece of literature I've ever read, but I just like them a lot, and I'm flying through them. And I definitely want to pick up more of Kiera Cass's work. I know she has at least one other novel out besides the selection series, but I'm working my way through this one. I have this one, and then there's one more that I plan to read soon. But yeah, I've loved it. They're fun. Question number 8 is your newest fictional crush, and I'm going to go back to the selection series and say Prince Maxon. I absolutely loved him as a character. He was so very genuine and real and caring, and yeah, he cares about everybody, and that's so refreshing in a male character. You know, lots of male characters look out for number 1, and he did not. He did not care about number 1. He cared about all the people around him. So I absolutely love Maxon, and I'm in book for number 4, and I still love Maxon. So yeah. Question number 9 is a book that made you cry. Nothing has made me cry. Nothing. I look back through what I've read this year, and nothing has made me cry. It actually takes a lot for a book to make me cry. So yeah, the only thing that's made me cry recently is Orange is the New Black, and that's it. So that's it. Question number 10 is a book that made you happy, and for me that is Redeeming Love by Francine Rivers. I have lent it out to a friend right now, so I don't have my copy, but I absolutely loved this book. It was not necessarily the happiest book, so it was kind of weird for me to choose this for this, but it left me feeling very happy, and it left my heart feeling very happy. This is a Christian fiction book, so there's a lot of mention of God and you know, listening to God, and so that for me just made me very happy, and it was very touching. So question number 11 is the most beautiful books that you have this year. So I chose 2 because one of them I bought and then one of them was actually sent to me, and I love both of them. The one that I bought is called Badger. This is by C.M. McKenna. This is an adult erotica book, so FYI. But I am obsessed with this cover, and I don't know why. I love it. It's animated and just beautiful, and I don't know, I just love it. I'm not sure what it is, but I can't stop staring at it. So yeah, I love it. And the book that was sent to me by the publisher in exchange for a review that is just absolutely beautiful is The Light of Paris by Eleanor Brown. It's so pretty. Look, it's so golden. I love the purple color. Purple is gorgeous, and then just the gold foil on it is so pretty, and the A is the Eiffel Tower. Oh, I can't. It's so pretty. Question number 12 is books you need to read by the end of the year, and there's so many, you guys, so many, but there were 2 different series that I was putting so much emphasis on that I really wanted to read this year, or at least start and kind of get a good ways through it, and I haven't touched either one of them yet. So those are what I'm going to talk about. First one is Mortal Instruments by Cassandra Clare. I have this entire series, and I also have The Infernal Devices, and I really want to get started on this. I have read City of Bones. I'm going to reread it and just kind of work my way through the whole series, but I haven't touched it yet, and that's a big project. So Ugh. And the other one is The Lunar Chronicles by Marissa Meyer. The first one is Cinder. I want to at least read the first one here really soon because I have all of these as well, except for the last one. I'm waiting for Winter to come out in paperback. But yeah, these two series are two that I've been talking about for so long and that I really wanted to make a priority this year, and it's July. And guess what? I haven't even cracked open yet. And question number 13 are your new favorite YouTubers. So I have two channels that I just subscribed to and I've been really enjoying their videos. First one is called The Restricted Section, and this is a pair of YouTubers, and their names are Megan and Sue, and I believe they're really good friends, and they make some videos together where they're both in it and they're both talking about books, and then they also do separate videos, and they kind of have a schedule, I think, where they post on certain days that are just individuals. So it's a lot of fun. They are hilarious. They drink beer while they're talking about books, and I love beer. So I pay attention to what they're drinking too. And a fair warning, they do curse a lot and they talk about sex and, you know, just kind of that kind of stuff in their videos. So if that kind of thing makes you uncomfortable, I probably wouldn't check it out. But if you don't care about that, then it's a really fun channel to watch. I laugh every time they make a video because they're just fun. Another channel I just subscribed to is Felicia at Little Prairie Library, I believe. I heard about her through Shannon at Leaning Lights, who's one of my favorite YouTubers. She, I think, linked a video on Twitter from Felicia, and so I clicked on it and watched her, and then I went back and watched a couple more, and I really thought she was adorable, and she was reading some of the same books that I have read, and then she talked about one book that I had never heard of, but it sounded interesting, so I added it to my list to kind of keep my eye out for. So I'm definitely going to be tuning into her as well, and I will leave links down to both of those channels if you guys want to go check them out too. Okay guys, that's it for me. So I hope you enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any questions and what some of your answers to these questions would be. Leave them down below. Definitely let me know what some books are that you still need to read. I really want to know that because we can maybe set some goals together and push each other to do it. Okay, I will talk to you guys again soon.